Hey guys, it's Iridian, and welcome to Let's Pop, the podcast where I talk about all things pop culture. On today's episode, we are going to be talking about television and movies. First things first, the Super Bowl halftime performance. Let's talk about it. So, Bad Bunny made history by performing an all Spanish set. Shout outs to you, Benito. Love to see that. And of course, this is right after the hype of him winning Album of the Year, which historic because it's the first album, all Spanish album, to win that award. I do have a more in-depth reaction on my YouTube channel. I watch the show and I just kind of point out some things. I give you my thoughts, my full thoughts on the performance. So go and check that out. Right now, I'm just going to be kind of skimming through what my thoughts are. But if you want a more in depth reaction, definitely go and check out that video. It's me reacting to Benito's Super Bowl halftime performance. Let's get started. So, Benito is seen in a field and there's workers, there's sugarcane, and immediately I was in my feelings because my grandpa was a farmer, my mom and my aunts were farmers, and I'm just like, ugh, the culture, it hits home. Like immediately, I feel it. Mind you, I'm Mexican, not Puerto Rican, but the work ethic is there, right? The culture is there. So Benito's walking through the fields and through the workers, singing Titi Me Preguntó, which is one of his most iconic songs. Yes, one of his most iconic songs. If your parents know any song, it's probably that one, right? Probably. And while he's walking through the workers, you see boxers, you see a taco stand, you see a couple getting engaged, which they actually did get engaged. And I thought that was beautiful. At first, I thought that couple was the same couple that was getting married. No, different couples. One couple got engaged, another couple got married. How does that happen? What Craigslist ad was that on? Nobody's ever going to top that. You got engaged at the Super Bowl halftime show with Benito performing. You got married and Lady Gaga was your singer and Benito was your singer. Insane. Insane. I thought that performance was just so heartwarming, so full of community, so full of love. And the two surprises being Ricky Martin, which I know all the mamas loved. On TikTok, the mamas were passing out, okay? Which is a complete 180 from what like the younger generation was feeling because the younger people thought it was J Balvin at first, which do you guys know what J Balvin looks like? Because J Balvin does not look like Ricky Martin. That's just me. That's just me. I knew it was Ricky Martin. I loved his performance. I love that he was singing. Don't let what happened to Hawaii happen to Puerto Rico. It was just great. It was great. And then Lady Gaga singing a little salsa version. She had a little shimmy. Her arms were up there and she shook the dress. Oh my God. Lady Gaga, stunning. And then she had the blue flower from Puerto Rico. No notes. No notes. He said, God bless America. He was labeling all of the Latin countries. He even mentioned Canada. Canada. We're all the Americas. Mexico, Canada, United States, North America. And then you have South America. I feel like a lot of people don't know geography. I don't know geography, but a lot of people don't know geography. There's a difference. There is a difference. I loved the choreography. I thought it was really creative that he had people dressed up as grass, something that I thought was really cool for his performance of Apagon. He had dancers on light posts, and he also went up there, no harness, doing his own stunts. We love a stunt man. And them experiencing a power outage to bring attention to the fact that Puerto Rico has a lot of power outages, and that power grid is an issue, and the United States has still not helped. Even though we've claimed Puerto Rico, we have not claimed its problems. Isn't that the way it goes? A hot mess, USA. Talk about being united. Not really. But I saw so many videos on social media of people having parties for this halftime show. And I know they say right now it's the most watched at about 138 million views, I believe, but it's way more than that. And I know it's like that for other Super Bowls as well, but you had 50 people watching on one screen. You had bars watching on one screen, specifically for Bad Bunny. I did not care for either team. I wanted to watch the halftime show. Halftime show, commercials, then the game. That's the order that it was for me. But I'm going to be talking about this halftime show forever. I thought it was so beautiful and I felt so connected and I felt so seen through his performance, through the music. And even if you didn't speak Spanish, I've seen so many people just vibe to it, just appreciate the emotions that they felt through the screen. And I have no notes for Benito. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for what's next for him in his career. Hopefully back to wrestling. I love him in a ring. Love him in a ring. Benito, you did that. And I think you need to go back. Just one more time. One more time. Two shows and one movie. Let's talk about The Simpsons. They are coming up on their 800th episode. Insane, right? You think they could have predicted that? With all of the accuracy of their show predictions? I don't know. The Simpsons is one of the most successful animated series of all time. It's coming up on about 37 years on air. 37 years. It's broadcast in around 200 countries, and I can only imagine how many languages. Now, the intro theme was made by Danny Elfman, and if you don't know Danny Elfman, I've talked about him on here before, but he is just an incredible talent, incredible mind. He has helped with the soundtracks for Edward Scissorhands, for The Nightmare Before Christmas, for Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Nothing happened. For Alice in Wonderland, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Amazing stuff. Batman, Spider-Man 1 and 2. The list just keeps on going. And he was also the voice of Jack Skellington in The Nightmare Before Christmas. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he does it, but he also had a hand in The Simpsons. So congratulations to them. Let's hit 1,000. Let's hit 1,000. Last TV show, and then I'll talk about an upcoming movie. Let's talk about Stranger Things. I know I'm behind. I know I'm behind. Don't come at me. Okay. I know it came out months ago. I just finished watching it. Just finished. And I didn't hate it. I was seeing some things on the internet, and when I would see those things, I was just like, nope, spoilers. I don't want to see it. Which, if you still haven't seen Stranger Things, you better stop watching this video right now. You better skip to my last podcast segment, okay? If you still haven't seen Stranger Things and you're hoping to see Stranger Things, but I definitely think that most people have seen it, okay? I don't know. I didn't hate it. I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. There was some things that I was like, yes, questionable. Like, I don't think that they should have left it open-ended, that Elle might still be alive. I had gotten used to watching the season that she was not gonna make it, that she had given all that she could give, and she helped those kids through so much. She literally saved the world. I think it was okay that we weren't gonna get Elle, and it just made the most sense to me because, they literally found her in a forest in the rain, and she wasn't part of the initial group, but they took her in and she helped them all kind of come of age while also coming of age herself and helping Hopper through his loss and his grieving and through the problems that he had. Same thing with Joyce. I think Joyce also saw another side of motherhood with her, not just saying because she also had two other kids, but there was just something that Elle did that contributed to who the characters became. Yes, they all fought Demogorgons. They all fought Vecna. They all had the struggle of the upside down. These kids went through so much. In my mind, I was like, we can let her go and I will be okay with that. I will be at peace. She's given so much. I would have not been okay if Steve had gone. All right. And I get it. A lot of people feel a different type of way because no major characters really died. To me, it's whatever. I've seen plenty of other shows where I've had too many characters that I love not make it. The Walking Dead. I'm never going to forgive you for some of those. The Walking Dead. But I enjoyed it. Yes, would I have done some things differently? Sure. But that's life, guys. All right. Suck it up. I don't mean that. I'm sorry. A lot of people have their own feelings, and I believe conformity gates people were talking about. My friend told me not to look at that if I thought the season was okay. He said, if you want to be mad, then look that up. I don't want to be mad. I like to enjoy things. And because I enjoyed Stranger Things, I'm not going to ruin my experience that I had while I had a good one. I'm not ruining it for me. I'm so sorry. Let me know what you thought. I want to have discussions. I want to have discussions with people on Stranger Things. Put your comments down below. Final thing, okay? Movie that I'm looking forward to. It's not coming out until 2 years, but in 2028, we can look forward to The Mummy. Yes, you heard me right. Brendan Fraser is returning along with his co-star Rachel Weisz to reprise their roles. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Universal is handling the project, and they said 2028 is the year that it's coming out. I believe it's going to be summer-ish. Summer-ish. Let me look at my computer. Hold, please. Not my laptop. Oh my God, not my laptop and my computer. Yes, Rachel Weisz is returning, and they're going to be reprising their roles of Rick and Evelyn O'Connell. 10 out of 10. Mind you, this movie made about $180 billion, this franchise. I can't wait to see what's next. I really can't. I wonder what the story is going to be. I'm guessing it's just going to be a continuation of where they left off last time. But you never know. You never know. And I'm excited. I love Brendan Fraser. If you haven't seen George of the Jungle, you need to go watch that immediately. If you haven't seen Monkey Bone, I love Monkey Bone. Brendan Fraser's an icon there, okay? And The Mummy. Go watch The Mummy, and then you'll be ready for this. What other Brendan Fraser movies do people love? The Walrus? I don't think that's the name. Hold on. Hold on. Brendan Fraser movies. It's not called The Walrus. Hold on. The Whale. I'm so I'm so sorry, Brendan Fraser. It's called The Whale, not The Walrus. Oh my goodness. What else was he in? He's in a lot of movies. Hold on. Oh my God. Okay, this keeps on going. Look at the list of all these movies. Hold on, let me read some off to you. George of the Jungle. Gods and Monsters, The Mummy. Dudley Do Right, Sinbad. Monkey Bone. That's a good one. That's one of my favorites. Looney Tunes. Was he in Looney Tunes? Crash, Last Time. Journey to the Center of the Earth. I heard that one was good. I didn't watch that one. So sorry. G.I. Joe, Furry Vengeance, A Case of You, Extraordinary Measures, Breakout, Nut Job. I have seen Nut Job, the animated movie. Thought that was pretty good. The Whale, not the Walrus, guys. Not to be confused. Oh, and he came out with one last year, Rental Family. I'm going to see that. Brendan Fraser, shout outs to you, sir. All right, guys, that was this week's episode. Make sure if you want to hear my full thoughts on the Bad Bunny performance, go and watch my reaction to the Super Bowl halftime show. It's up on my channel. Go check it out. And let me know what you guys thought about Stranger Things. What do you think about The Simpsons? What do you think about Brendan Fraser coming back to our screens for The Mummy? Let me know. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.